a very quick run through of skincare. Now, do chip in and ask questions as we go along. It's very important that you do that because everybody will be at very different stages. But the key thing is, trust me when I say this, you do not need to be an expert to sell skincare. Seriously. And if you feel like you've got to be an expert, that is almost dangerous in our industry because that makes it very difficult for you to duplicate things. You know, our business is based on keeping things simple. Nobody joins our business. Well, very few people join our business as a skincare expert, a hair care expert. Don't think many of our SEDs have ever sold products before they joined Monet. They certainly weren't hairdressers. Some of them were, but they weren't beauty therapists or anything like that. So do not feel you have to be expert. The thing you absolutely have to have is confidence. You know, if we do have therapists on this call, if we do have hairdressers on this call, you will know as well as me, because I've been in this industry a very long time and run spas and all kinds of things myself, is that for people like therapists, hairdressers, their sales, their business is based on appointments. It is not based on retail sales. Okay? Even beauty therapists often don't sell products. I know that because I've had teams of beauty therapists, you know, because people go to beauty therapists for gorgeous treatments. They don't always think about the products that they want. Our business is about product sales. So remember that, you know, where do most people buy their products? In department stores, places like that. They are not skincare experts. I've run those departments too. These are regular women learning a little bit about some products and get massive sales from it. So just discount all that scariness that you might have in your head of thinking, I've got to know tons about these products, because you absolutely don't. And it will hinder you in this business. Okay, simple wins the day. It is really all about confidence and a little bit of knowledge. So hopefully we'll give you the basics today. And the thing is, as you are selling products to customers, as you are getting their feedback, you will learn through experience what people like. Because what do people want to know? If you've heard me train this before, you will know. I say they want to know, does it work? Does it smell nice? Okay, it really is as simple as that. You need to be confident that these products work. You need to be confident that your customers are going to like using them. And that is all about smell, texture, look of the product. Many women choose products based on how they're going to look in their bathroom even. How stupid is that? But it's what we do. So don't think you've got to know all the techie stuff and all the ins and outs. Okay, so first thing that we need to know, to get that confidence, you need to know why Monet. You need to know what our brand is about, because people will think, well, why should I buy your brand as opposed to somebody else's? Okay, so what is Monet all about? Basically, we, develop products that have high quality ingredients. We use natural sources where we can do, because we know customers and modern customers are looking for those kinds of formulations. So we've got lots of botanical extracts, essential oils. We use vegetable proteins. Of course, we are a vegan brand, so we only use vegetable-based products or, those kinds of ingredients. No animal products whatsoever in our brand. Of course, we sum that up by saying we are naturally based. We are not all natural, nor do we want to be, because all natural products, if you have something without a preservative, you have to keep it in your fridge. It's only going to last a couple of weeks. Most of us, we can't keep up with that. So we don't want all natural products a lot of the time. That's just one tiny example. A lot of natural products don't have the real hard-hitting kind of modern technological ingredients that deliver incredible results. They will make you feel nice, perhaps. They will do some things that you want your skincare to do, but they will not deliver the kinds of results that modern customers want, which is predominantly about aging, about anti-aging, what we would call healthy aging. Okay, so next thing about skincare that you need to know is it's kind of, the perfect skincare products are like a perfect recipe. It all depends on the quality of the ingredients you are using in the formulation and how those ingredients work together. If anybody cooks, you will know you can have one recipe, pretty much the same, you're making the same end result, but one recipe is so much better than another recipe because it all depends on the mix of ingredients and how that recipe is put together, the quantities involved. things like that. So, you know, we formulate our products, and I'll be honest, I've sold skincare for a long time. I've worked for Sarah Chapman, for example, top, you know, probably the top facialist in the country, did Meghan Markle for her wedding, you know, Victoria Beckham goes to her for treatments. You know, these people concentrate on formulations. That is what it's all about, really. So really, you know, when you have the right kinds of formulations, you get amazing results. So we want results that give amazing skin, a gorgeous, healthy hair, gorgeous, healthy scalp. So that's where our ingredients are kind of formulated. And, you know, when we were developing our skincare range, I was really nervous. You know, we're a hair care brand. I was like, can a hair care brand do skincare well? Not sure. And actually what Monet did was brought experts in, you know, real worldwide experts. And I talked to them on a regular basis. I was super delighted when I saw the formulations, when I saw the ingredients, because these are ingredients and formulations that the very best brands use. So you have to have that confidence in these products. Okay, so we've got groundbreaking technology. Some of our ingredients, they are very, very up to date. We have ingredients that are exclusive to Monet. Nobody else has them. So, you know, this means that our products, yes, they might be similar to lots of other premium brands, but they are very unique. You know, those products that we have that natural base, we have to have them that deliver results. They need to perform. And of course, it absolutely goes without saying that they have to be safe and effective. The mere fact that we trade in the EU, you know, EU regulations are super, super strict. This is not the same as the US. US don't ban very many ingredients. They're not anywhere near as strict as the UK and Europe on product formulations, particularly for skincare. But, you know, ultimately, we are a cosmetic kind of company. We do not do medical products, so we never, ever make medical claims about our skincare or hair care for that matter. You know, these are cosmetic products, effectively. But our skincare is dermatologically approved. You know, doesn't mean a massive lot. A lot of things like this are marketing terms. So, you know, I take them with a pinch of salt, but, you know, we do have a team of dermatologists who work on our formulations. So we know that they are great ingredients. We, of course, do clinical testing. Not all brands do clinical trials. We spend absolutely thousands, tens of thousands of pounds of dollars testing our ingredients. Again, not many companies do. It's not a requirement for companies to do things like that, because we really want to make sure that our products deliver. We, of course, do our own manufacturing. So everything is done in Miami. And this also means that our products basically can be delivered at good prices to our customers. That's why we can do amazing flash sales. You know, we are a business at the end of the day. And, you know, for us, it is about doing things, the activities that customers want. Our flash sales drive tons of activity. Let's be honest, most VIPs join on a flash sale. You know, so always think you're going to be able to give amazing prices to your customers. And of course, the discounts that we have by doing all the process in-house, from manufacturing straight delivering to the customer, means that we give amazing rewards to our customers and prices, great rewards to our market partners. That's how our business model works. And you should be looking at this as your business. Okay, you're not looking at this skincare as a consumer now. You are looking at it as a business, because you are business owners. And some of the things that we talk about, some of your questions might kind of pull all this together, hopefully, tonight. And of course, again, for me, it goes without saying we are cruelty-free. Any really brand that works in Europe has to be cruelty-free. Although, you know, and we still don't trade in China, places like that. We are completely cruelty-free across the board, across our processes, which is why we are Leaping Bunny approved. And of course, real biggie as well that sets us apart is we are fully vegan. Also gluten-free, which is, you know, it's kind of a niche market, but still a very important one. Okay, so any questions on what sets Monet apart so far? Or are we good? We're good, fantastic. So we make promises in terms of our skincare, because skincare really is all about delivering. You know, what do we want? Most people want to have brightness and radiance in their skin. They want extra moisture and hydration. They want their skin to be nice and elastic. Because when our skin isn't nice and elastic, that's when the wrinkles start to form. We want to tackle fine lines and wrinkles that we get. We want to tackle age spots because the sun causes so much damage on our skin. We want to improve our skin tone and our skin texture because ultimately we want to keep our skin looking as young as possible. You know, think about little babies, you know, their skin is beautiful. You know, it's clear, it's firm, it's plump, it's just gorgeous. But of course, as we age, everything starts to lose that firmness, that tone, that texture. So this is where, you know, we are, remember, a healthy aging brand. Everything that we're talking about with our skincare is to tackle the aging process. It is not to tackle, you know, skin conditions, if you like. So that also is quite important because sometimes people, you know, want us to be all things to all people. We're not. Our primary concern is tackling the aging process. That market is huge. And remember, as a business, it's you know, we want to go for the biggest market share, the most people that want to use our products, not for niche kind of sections of people. Okay. So whilst you might think, oh, I wish we had something to tackle rosacea, if rosacea is a problem for 1 to 5% of the population, would we be sensible putting all our money into rosacea skincare routines? No. You know, so at the moment, who knows what will develop in the future, but our job is to really provide products for the biggest market possible. So that's what we're going for. Okay, so the other thing to really boost your confidence with our products, we are award winning. You know, we do work a lot with beauty editors, with our peers in the industry. We are members of the British Beauty Council. We're founder members of that, actually. So, you know, we talk to our peers, other industry experts on a really regular basis. So we've won lots of awards and, you know, we go up against brands like Elemis, you know, some brands that have been around a long time, you know. So again, we are only 6 years old and we are already selling millions and millions of pounds and dollars worth of skincare. That is incredible. In fact, that's in a year of having skincare. Most companies would just kill for those kinds of figures. So, you know, this is, again, all this should give you that massive confidence. You know, I haven't seen anything bad ever written about our skincare. I think by the time we'd launched skincare, we knew exactly what we were doing as a business. So everything has been amazing. Lots and lots of magazines that we're in and some of the places that we've won awards. So, you know, in your back office, actually, all those awards are there. So if you, no, actually not in the back office, they're on Market Partner Official on the UK Facebook group. So if you need anything like that, you go in there, download the images and share those on your social media, send them to your customers if they're looking to buy those products. You know, use those shareables and those images all the time because we need to show people that we are a really, you know, a wow brand, that our peers love us, that the experts in our industry also love our products. It's not just us saying that. So we're confident now, aren't we? We know these products are loved by everybody. We know that people are going to want these products. So why do we need skincare? Well, you saw this at the beginning of our chat earlier, actually. You know, as we age, all kinds of things start to happen to our skin. You know, think about it. You know, when we're born, our skin is full of proteins, essentially, collagen, elastin. You know, they're the two things that really give our skin its structure, its firmness, its bounce. And they are essentially proteins. But as we age, those things start to diminish. So basically, I always explain it of thinking like a mattress when you buy it. When you buy it, it's springy, it's bouncy, it is fantastic. Over time of sleeping on it every night, you know, things start to sag, you get a little dip in it, wrinkles start to form on the top of it. It doesn't look that great. That's exactly what happens to our skin. Our skin loses that bounce, that firmness, starts to lose that elasticity that's keeping it all looking gorgeous. And then we start to get fine lines developing, wrinkles developing. The sun takes a massive toll on our skin. So we see pigmentary changes. You know, you start to get age spots. Your pigment can naturally change as you go into the sun as you get older. We've got environmental factors, you know, all the kind of stuff, free radical damage that we're getting from the environment, from all the nasties in the air and things like that. We have got stress. Yes, kids does add 5 years because it's massively stressful. You know, so we've got stress, we've got dietary issues. Think about it, you know, our skin is our body's actual largest organ, but it's on the outside. When you're having, even if you've got a really healthy diet, your major organs take most of the nutrients. Your skin is just about the last place to get anything from your diet. So even if you drink tons of water, your vital organs are going to take all that goodness first. So for skincare, we have to do a lot of things to protect it from the outside rather than from the inside, like our organs. So, you know, that's something to bear in mind, because that's why obviously skincare is so important to us, because it really, to have a big effect, you have to do it topically. But of course, a good diet, sleep, not too much stress in your life, all helps. So, you know, you have to have all those things to have amazing skincare effectively. Who's got that? Not me. But you'll know yourself, you know, if you have a bad night's sleep, what does your skin look like? You know, if you're not eating properly, those things definitely take the toll, but you won't see those changes happening quickly on your skin. Whereas, you know, you put some nice products on your skin and you're doing that on a regular basis, you can feel the glow coming back. So you have to have that combination of the two ultimately: good sleep, diet, lack of stress, and then nice topical products as well. And certainly keeping your skin out of the sun or using our sun veil, you know, super, super important. So pretty much, you know, this is why, you know, we are concerned with a healthy aging brand. This is why, you know, we really focus our attention on aging as the issue. So sometimes people get a little bit obsessed with skin type. We are not driven by skin type for our skincare formulations. And actually, the vast amount of modern brands aren't either. It's quite an old-fashioned way to look at skincare based on skin type. Most people these days, they want things that are really going to tackle the aging process more than anything else. So we don't really focus. We create our formulations so that by and large, they suit, you know, the broad breadth of skin types. You'll see a lot of the products are suitable for all skin types, because what are all skin types concerned with? That is aging. That is the biggest issue, not really rectifying some oiliness. We will have those products. We've got, you know, 2 skin types that we focus on now, but it is really the bigger issue of aging that we're tackling with our skincare. Any questions? Are we good, Joanna?
We have many, but we'll do them at the end.
Okay. Amazing. So the key thing really, I think, you know, about skincare, and again, Rochelle touched on this, it is having a routine. You know, when you have a regular routine, it's like anything. We talk about a regular routine in your business. We talk about having a good routine in your life. That is the secret for most people and most studies to happiness. You know, a good routine, those daily habits is what makes your skincare, you know, really go to the next level. If you're using something one day, something else another day, not really looking after your skin, why would you expect it to look in its best condition? It will only look in good condition if you are looking after it. And looking after your skin is about having a really good and consistent skincare routine. And as human beings, we're terrible at creating habits. We get distracted, we get carried away doing other things. We go to sleep with our makeup on sometimes. Not me. That's like brushing my teeth for me. I've probably done it twice actually when I've been very, very drunk and woken up in the middle of the night going, oh, I've got to clean my space. Who hasn't done that? But you know, so many people don't have a regular routine. That is the market that we are aiming at. Those people, you know, that have never really got into those habits, because that is a huge market still. So we have a routine basically of 4 steps, which is cleanse, prepare, target, and replenish. Because those 4 steps really are, you know, contain all the things that you need to really protect your skin, really help repair damage that's already occurred on your skin. Now, back in the day, really it was the Lauder group, Estee Lauder, that really developed that whole thing of cleanse, tone, moisturize. And really in the modern era now, because of all those extra things that are affecting our skin, modern lives are seriously damaging on our skin. Stress, the way that we're working so hard these days, all the things that are happening to us in the environment, poor diets, even in the last 50 years, skincare has really changed. And this is where Target has now come into the routine. So years ago, people only ever really talked about cleanse, tone, moisturize. Now, that Target step has become really, really important, because the Target step is where really those products, those ingredients that are used in the Target step of the routine are going to really help to reverse damage that's already occurred, and really, step up that prevention part of the routine. Because other than that, cleanse, tone, moisturize routine is really there just to keep skin in a nice condition. It will offer it some protection. It will, help move things along, but it won't really reverse any damage that's already occurred on the skin. And for most of us, it's almost impossible to avoid some sort of damage on the skin. So that's why we have a 4-step routine. So in our routines, we have some key ingredients, and this goes back to, why Monet, what's the difference? Because really it's those key ingredients, it's those super things that make our recipes, our formulations so special, that makes a difference compared to other brands. Now, we've got tons of amazing ingredients. Literally, so many, it's untrue, that any decent skincare company, any premium skincare company will have. But we've got 5 that we use on a very, very, very regular basis in our formulations. And these 5 ingredients really tackle the biggest problems our skin faces. So we have Rejuvenique S as our first ingredient. This is exclusive to Monet. Only us has this formulation and this particular ingredient. So it's our Rejuvenique oil, those gorgeous 13 plus essential oils and natural extracts. And then it's also got a jojoba seed extract and olive oil extract in there. And they really take our Rejuvenique oil to another level. Those 2 ingredients add tons and tons of hydration qualities to the formulation. So Rejuvenique S is all about nourishing, moisturizing, hydrating the skin. Because, the skin is on the outside of our bodies, isn't it? It faces things all the time. The environment is sucking moisture out of our skin. If you think about a piece of fruit, when the moisture sucks out of it, it wrinkles up. We don't want that for our skin. We need to keep it hydrated. We need to keep it moisturized. So Rejuvenique S is the thing that does that. The other thing that's important about Rejuvenique S is that it increases the levels of hyaluronic acid in our skin. Now, hyaluronic acid is naturally present in the skin. We've got tons of it when we're born. But as we age, as most things do in our skin, it decreases. So hyaluronic acid is a molecule, if you like, that holds 1,000 times its own weight in water. That's the most commonly kind of used description of it. There's all kinds of types of hyaluronic acids. There's different weights of it. They do different things. So we have a blend used in our ingredients, so we can add hyaluronic acid topically to our skin. But obviously Rejuvenique S and some other ingredients promote production of hyaluronic acid. So they improve the natural levels in our skin. So we're working in both ways. Some things increase naturally our production of things, other things we put onto our skin topically to help boost it. So Rejuvenique S is all about hydration, moisturization. We've got natural fruit acids. These are AHAs, otherwise known as alpha hydroxy acids. A lot of people still think the word acid, skin, oh, that sounds terrifying. Acids are super, super important for our skin. Again, any good skincare regime will include acids. So we have a superfruit blend. So ours are derived from superfruits essentially. And what they do is they basically support natural cell turnover, because as we age, our cell turnover decreases. So we want to speed that up and keep it at a good pace effectively. So they support that. They also support collagen production in the skin. They give it a little boost. It provides kind of rectification of age spots, fine lines and wrinkles. So it refines the skin, because basically it gently exfoliates the skin. So it's like using, when you exfoliate the skin, you've got physical exfoliators, that's like a scrub, or you've got what we call chemical exfoliators, and they basically dissolve dead skin cells that are sat on the surface of the skin. So when you've got those dead skin cells on the surface of the skin looks dull. It just looks flat. Nothing else can penetrate it. It's like providing a barrier on the skin. So these fruit acids, they basically go around the skin like little Pac-Men, munching up the dead skin cells, helping to dissolve them. So very, very important. Then we have a peptide, a Monet exclusive peptide. So this is unique to our formulations. Nobody else has this ingredient. They will have other types of peptides, but this is a particular formulation exclusive to us. Now, peptides are pretty much, they're like the building blocks of proteins almost. They're short chain amino acids. If you want to be totally geeky about it, you never need to know that, by the way. But they basically are the building blocks for proteins. So, and your proteins in the skin, remember, collagen and elastin. So these basically help boost those collagen and elastin levels in your skin. So peptides, again, only, I would say, mostly premium brands have peptides in them. These kind of ingredients are expensive to put into products. So this is what you're paying for when you are buying premium brands. Okay, so peptides basically help the skin to feel firmer, to feel plumper, because we're boosting that collagen and elastin, putting that spring back into our skin. What else? Plant-based stem cells. So we get our plant-based stem cells from moss. Some formulations that I've used in the past will take them from fruits like apples. Of course, we are a vegan brand, so we would only ever use plant-based stem cells. But basically, these really, if you think about moss, which is where ours come from, they are the oldest probably planets on Earth. They survive in the most extreme conditions. And what mosses do, what plant stem cells from these mosses do is they are brilliant at absorbing water content and keeping it in there. They're also brilliant at providing antioxidant protection. They basically help to repel the elements, if you like. So think about those mosses and what they're doing. They're surviving in harsh conditions. So really, again, this is what these do. They provide antioxidant protection. They help to keep that moisture into the skin and really help lift, tighten, support the skin. They're really providing a big defense mechanism as well. Then we've got our fifth ingredient is Kakadu Plum Complex. Now, a couple of brands that I've seen have started to use this ingredient as well. Again, it's a superfruit, massively rich in vitamin C. Not many brands use it because, again, it's an expensive ingredient to use. And vitamin C is a marvelous product for skin. It is just amazing. And it brightens, it plumps, it protects the skin. Again, you might think, I drink orange juice every day. I have lots of fruits in my diet. You would have to have so much of that for it to really impact on your skin, because remember, our organs are going to get it. So again, we need to put vitamin C predominantly on our skin topically for it to make a difference to us. So the Kakadu Plum Complex has got absolutely packed full of vitamin C. So all these things together are doing what we want to do, in terms of that aging process. They are plumping the skin. They are making it look firmer. They're making it look brighter. They're getting rid of age spots, helping to lose that hyperpigmentation that some people get. So this is where, these things combined into our recipes effectively deliver those results. So like I said, lots of other fantastic ingredients, but these 5 are the key, hard hitters, if you like, the things that make a real difference. So we've got these ingredients. We know, a little bit more about the products now, and we now want to give people their routines. So remember, we're going to cleanse, prepare, target, and replenish. So we, at the moment, have 2 skin types that we're really predominantly looking at. Now, again, that's a funny thing without the end of there on. Funny slide. Basically, as a business, we might well add extra skin types and things to our routines, to our skincare category. But I was really pleased when we didn't have too many, because, our job, our business as business owners, is to reach out to the majority of people. Now, having worked in skincare for a very long time, probably 80-90% of people will fall into these 2 routines. So if you are going to have a business, if you're going to invest your money in products, where would you invest it? You would invest it where most people, you're going to impact most people. So, you know, again, if you've got customers with very niche skincare needs, don't try and fix it for them. Doesn't matter if we can't provide them with the best products. Don't try and provide them with, you know, products that are suitable for them. Don't try and pigeonhole customers into one of these two routines if you don't think these products are right for them. Now, if I had somebody with really severe acne, with severe rosacea, I would be saying, go to your doctor, get proper products for those conditions. You know, go to brands where you have very specialized and specific products for those skin types. You know, I wouldn't be saying, oh, actually, I'm going to just tell you, you should use combination because I want a sale. It really doesn't work like that. There are so many customers out there that will fall into these two. Don't just try and sell something for the sake of a sale. You've always got to think of your customer first. I quite often will say, I'm sorry, I don't think I've got the right products for you. You know, my job is to look after my customers, not sell them something that I don't think is 100% right. However, that said, sometimes we've got no idea. You know, especially if you're doing it virtually, or you can't physically see a customer, or you don't know what you're looking for, how would you know how severe their problem was? Somebody could say, I've got a little bit of redness on my skin. That could be rosacea. It could be all manner of things. So I would always say to people, do you know what? You could try a routine. That's why we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's why we have sampling. You know, people can try for themselves, and then if it's not right for them, they have the money back. Never be afraid of people wanting their money back. Who doesn't take things back to shops? I do. I buy things and I think this dress is going to look great. I buy it with good intent. I get home. Sometimes I go, I've spent too much money. I'm taking it back. Your customers will do that. Don't worry about it. That's normal. You know, you buy something, you think this is going to be great. It doesn't fit. Oh my God, I'm going to take it back. You know, you might buy a product and go, oh, actually, I really don't like using it. It doesn't feel nice on my skin. It doesn't feel nice on my hair. I don't like the smell of it. You take it back. That is fine. That is the customer's choice. So never worry about having people say, this isn't right for me. You know, you've got to go out there sharing it with as many people as possible. Expect returns. We seriously hardly get any, by the way. We get less than 3%, which is kind of like an industry standard. Anything, you know, it depends on the product. Some products get more returns than that. But in the beauty industry, 3% is pretty much a benchmark, and we're well under 3%. Fact. So the vast majority of people will always keep the product. They'll enjoy using the product. But some people don't. That's fine. Not a problem. Don't worry about that. So we've got our normal combination routine, and we've got a dry and sensitive routine. Then on top of that, we've got a lot of targeted treatments. So they're the two kind of biggest skin types that most of us will come across. So it makes sense that our products fit those two skin types. Okay, so two things that are really good for you to download from the back office. There's loads of things that you can do, but I would certainly say use the product recommendation guide, because once you know what skin type somebody is, and you know, this is super simple again, normal combination skin type. If you ask somebody, how is your skin? They will go, it's pretty normal. I mean, that is super simple, isn't it? Most people know what kind of skin type they've got. Or they will say, you know what, it's pretty normal, but I get a little bit of shine across my forehead, down my nose and onto my chin. They are combination. You know, they might see, because of that oil down the content of the skin, the front of the skin, they might see some like enlarged pores. But generally speaking, the skin looks okay. They might just get that shine. So they would be normal combination. The other set of people might go, actually, I'm quite sensitive to products. About 80% of people, when questioned, will say they are sensitive, by the way, even though most of us aren't. But, you know, a lot of people will say I'm sensitive or my skin is dry. You know, generally speaking, as we age, our skin gets drier. So there is a little bit of a divide. Sometimes younger customers will want, you know, the normal combination. More mature customers will want sensitive dry. As a broad rule, you know, of course, there's millions of people in between that, lots of grey areas. But, you know, again, keep this super simple. You don't need to overcomplicate things. Okay, now, of course, just on that point, in terms of oily skin types, they will traditionally, the vast majority of people, and again, this isn't, you know, there are exceptions, of course there are, but oily skin types are usually the younger end of the scale, which aren't necessarily looking for aging products at that age. So, you know, we are kind of, you know, we touch upon that age group in our business as a whole. So it might be something that we look for in the future. I certainly hope so, and a few more other things. But right now, you know, our biggest customer base will sit into those two skin types. So if somebody is oily, you know, they could still use the Be Balanced, which is for normal combination. It all depends how oily they are. So if they are on the more oily side, still put them on the normal combination routine and see if that suits them. Okay, so back to our routines. Remember, we have got those 4 steps: cleanse, prepare, target, and replenish. So cleansing, super, super important that we cleanse. Cleansing is the absolute must do for the skin, because imagine, you know, our skin is kind of, you know, shedding those dead skin cells all the time. It's, you know, the skin kind of regenerates from within, and then it kind of sheds itself, if you like. And it does this roundabout on a, you know, on a monthly basis. Now, if we weren't looking after our skin, if we weren't cleansing it, those dead skin cells would just be sat on the surface of the skin, building up. Because what happens is we often use moisturizers, we think we're protecting it, slap some moisturizer on, it practically glues those skin cells back down on the surface of the skin. So you're just building up all this dead skin on your skin. So you don't want that. So cleansing is super, super important. Of course, also environment. There's, you know, if you don't dust in your house, what happens? You see it. All those things are floating around. They're coming onto our skin. So many things that are affecting our skin from the air, from the environment. So we absolutely must cleanse, and we need to cleanse twice a day, morning and night. Just about everybody does need to do that. Some people might find that it dries their skin out, but very, very rare. And even so, I would use, you know, I've got very dry skin. I would still do a quick cleanse in the morning just to get rid of all the sort of excess oil that even then you produce overnight, any sweat that you've got on your skin from the night, little things that are on your pillow, anything like that. So quick cleanse in the morning for most people, but a really good cleanse in the evening, because of course we want to take off makeup. We want to take off that debris from the day that's collected on our skin. We want to remove any sun protection that we might have used. So cleansing morning and night is essential for a great skincare routine. At night, I would always say as well, double cleanse, particularly if you wear makeup, particularly if you wear sunscreen. Because those two things are designed to stay on our skin. You know, that's the very nature of foundation, to stay and last there all day. Long-lasting lipsticks, mascara, modern formulations are designed to stick to the skin. So if you're only using one cleanse, quite often, you will still have product left on the surface of your skin. So really at night, double cleansing is super important. I don't know any premium brand that wouldn't recommend double cleansing at night. So the first cleanse is really to remove all those, you know, biggies on the skin, makeup, anything like that. Second cleanse is really to do that deep clean of the skin itself. So we have 2 cleansers for your regular routine. We've got our Be Gentle and Be Balanced. Then we have Makeup Vanishing Balm. So that's what you would use for your first cleanse at night. It is oil-based. It is the most beautiful product. I've used a cleansing balm for, gosh, nearly 20 years now, from when they very first launched in the UK. Wouldn't be without one. So they're very oily in texture. But what happens is that oil attracts oil on your skin. So it lifts off makeup. It lifts everything off, including excess oil on your skin. And then it basically turns into a very milky solution. So when you add water to it, it emulsifies, all the oil dissolves and is washed away. So that's why Makeup Vanishing Balm is the most amazing product. Even if you've got oily skin, it doesn't leave any oil on the skin. It is beautiful. So massive, you know, that is a must-have for me. Cleanser, your cleanser of choice, and then your evening cleanse, which would be your balm followed by your cleanser. We've also got the Berry Refined Scrub in this category as well. It isn't really a cleanser. If you were to use the Berry Scrub, in fact, it's not a cleanser, but it's put into this category. If you were to use a scrub, you need to cleanse your face first. So you would use your cleanser or the makeup vanishing balm, then you would use the scrub. And the scrub is there as an exfoliator. Remember what we said earlier? Your skin's got all these dead skin cells left on the surface. And this is basically a physical exfoliator. It's got little tiny seeds, so that's that scrub element, but it's also packed full of AHAs, which dissolve the dead skin cells. So you've got chemical and physical together in one product. So this gives it that dual action. The scrub, when you apply it on your skin, it will make your skin feel like it's doing something. And then you leave it on as a mask for 5 minutes, and those AHAs dissolve the dead skin cells, so you get the best of both worlds. Now, that's the only product I would say, if you have very, very sensitive skin, use it very gently, use it maybe once a week, no more than that to start off with. Don't leave it on as a mask, and then build up its usage. If you use that product with a lot of water, it makes it less active, if you like. So it's more suitable for sensitive skins. If you have got very oily skin, or you really want to feel the difference, don't use quite as much water with it. But a scrub, never use a scrub more than twice a week, maximum. So do not use this on a daily basis. It is really tempting, because when you've used it, your skin looks glowy. But don't be tempted to use it more than twice a week. So, over exfoliating the skin isn't good, but everybody, literally everybody, men, women, all of us need to use an exfoliator. Makes a huge difference to how skincare works and how the other ingredients work. So we cleanse twice a day. Then we are going to prepare. Now, in the old days, this was probably toner that would be used. For us, and again, modern skins are starting to have different requirements. And remember, our concern is aging. So our prep stage is really, it's got some exfoliation in there. It's got AHAs in this product. So again, it's going to gently help that exfoliation to keep the skin looking bright, to refine the pores as well. But it is also very hydrating. So when you've cleansed your skin, when using water for us, water is very drying, whether we're washing our hair, washing our face. So we want to put as much moisture back into the skin as possible. So this essence is basically going to rehydrate the skin. Again, really fantastic results with it. Makes a big difference using this product. It's like water. It's very, very watery. So you literally pop a couple of drops into the palm of your hand and then literally press it into the skin. Don't use cotton pads, because you will waste the product. Literally just press it in. You're just rehydrating the skin. And when you've cleansed your face with hopefully warm water, you put this back on and your skin just goes, oh my gosh, it feels refreshed. It feels really, it's very soothing. It's got chamomile in there, very soothing ingredients as well, because it's calming the skin down after we've just been washing it, moving everything around in our skin. It now wants to be balanced and calm and rehydrated. So this is what the essence does. And by doing that, we're giving our skin a really nice, balanced kind of environment for our targeted treatments, because remember, targeted treatments are the things that make the biggest difference to our skin. So we've cleansed, we've prepared, we're ready to target. So targeting is all about serums and treatments. So this again is a category that could well grow in the future. So we've got a C Radiance Illuminating Serum. That is for daytime target. Now, daytime, we are wanting to protect our skin. That is the primary function during the day. Our skin is out there. It's exposed to things. So we want to really protect it. And, as women and guys, we want our skin to look glowy. We want it to look really radiant. So our daytime routine is all about getting that glow on and, protecting our skin. So I always, I talk about it as get up and glow. It's got to be a quick routine. We want to get up and go with our routine in the morning. So it needs to be quite simple during the day. And then at night time is when we've got more time, different things are going on. So during the day, we use C Radiance as our serum. Now, serums are the most expensive thing in the skincare regime because they've got the best ingredients in there. They are very technical formulations. So C Radiance, got that kakadu plum extract, amazing ingredients. It's 15% vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is one of those ingredients that it basically, if you are not using the right quantity of vitamin C in a formulation, you're not going to get results. Anything between 10 and 20% is crucial for vitamin C products. 15% is the sweet spot. That is like, woo, perfect. Skin loves vitamin C at 15%. And again, you know, most formulations will not have that quantity in there. Also on vitamin C, it has to be in an airtight packaging because vitamin C oxidizes, it goes off when it's exposed to the air. So it has to be in airtight packaging, and it has to be in a kind of concealed packaging so that light can't get into it as well. So that's what's very important about our C Radiance, the quantity that's in there plus the packaging. Also, the other ingredients that it's working with, because vitamin C works brilliantly with certain other ingredients, and the combination in that product is phenomenal. It's got things like niacinamide, ferulic acid. In skincare geeking out terms, amazing combination. That is a beautiful recipe. So that's our daytime serum, and that's why it's important. Vitamin C is for pigmentation. It's really antioxidant protection. So super simple, C Radiance daytime. You could, of course, use it at nighttime, but you're going to get better results with something else. During the day, I would also say 30-Second Miracle is another daytime product, because that is there basically to give instant results to the skin. And what, you know, during the day, we want to look our best. That's when people are looking at our faces. This is a product that works within 30 seconds, and the effects of it last 6 to 12 hours. So would we use that at night when nobody is going to see our faces? No, it doesn't make sense. So this is another daytime product. And it's basically given that kind of little bit of that lift to the skin. So this really helps on fine lines and wrinkles, particularly around the eye area, little frown lines here across the forehead, and then around the mouth, these marionette lines as they're called. So it's really going to kind of blur everything out, lift and tighten. And it works within 30 seconds and it lasts 6 to 12 hours. So that's where that product is a great extra for the daytime. Then we've got our Eye Smooth could be used morning or night. So that's our eye cream. Eye Smooth, actually 30-Second Miracle, just for reference, you would use you'd cleanse, you would use your Prepare, then you would put 30-Second Miracle on next if you were using that product. If you were using a serum, you could put your serum on first and then 30-Second Miracle. Doesn't particularly matter. But 30-Second Miracle really wants to go as close to the skin as possible to get that lifting and that kind of sensation going. Eye cream, morning or night or both, whatever takes your fancy if you've got time. Now, I don't use eye cream during the day because I'm always in a rush, but I do use it at night. Personal choice. You could use it however you want to. That eye cream again would go on before moisturizer. So you would cleanse, you would put your essence on, then you would put on your eye cream. Comes with a beautiful rose gold roller. So again, just a beautiful product. Rich, it just covers everything. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles. It helps with dark circles. It kind of feels indulgent, but actually it's very light on the skin. So again, literally anybody could use that product. Then we have for nighttime, the two things that you really want to be focusing on with your nighttime targeted treatments are Bakuchiol and Rewind. Now, Bakuchiol is our vegan retinol alternative. In skincare terms, retinol is kind of like the gold standard in really reversing the signs of aging. It has been widely tested, widely trialed, and has been used by beauty therapists, facialists for quite some time, and is proven to have that reversing effect on the skin. However, retinol comes with quite significant side effects. I couldn't use retinol for years because my skin reacted to it. A lot of skins react to retinol. Modern formulations are better, but it's still quite a sensitizing ingredient for people. People usually have to build up usage of it over time. So a lot of people can't be bothered because if a skincare routine isn't simple, if it isn't going to deliver quick results, we start to not use it. You know, it's all about habits, remember. We get fed up. Who wants to wait ages for the skin to be able to take retinol? Not the masses. So Bakuchiol delivers all the benefits that retinol gives. Lots of great clinical trials coming out of this, worldwide clinical trials, as you know, we've done our own as well. So it gives those benefits of retinol, but without the side effects. Most skins do not get sensitized using Bakuchiol. You can never say no skins. Anybody can react to anything at any point in time. But that is a big difference of bakuchiol. You know, it's a natural ingredient. It's been around for centuries, but it's really coming into its own as it's being tested for these anti-aging results. So you don't get the side effects. Plus, retinol is what we call photosensitive. So photosensitive. When you're using it during the day, it doesn't like the sun. So you've got to use some protection. You've got to be careful using retinol. Bakuchiol isn't photosensitive. So it can be used during the day and at night. So if you do get bakuchiol, you can use it day and night. We would still always recommend using sun veil or sun protection during the day, but it's brilliant to use at night. And then combined with our Rewind nectar, which is packed full of ingredients, we've tested those two products working together. And when you use the two products together, the results are even better. So those two are kind of like a dynamic duo. The great thing about bakuchiol, by the way, is it's one of those products and ingredients that works well with a lot of other skincare ingredients. So actually, bakuchiol does work well with vitamin C. It works brilliantly, though, with the products in our Rewind, the things in that formulation. So that is why we really recommend it at night. And bearing in mind, most of us are busy during the day. We want to get on. We've got makeup to put on. You don't want to spend more time on your skincare. So most of us will spend our money, spend our time on our nighttime routine. That is when people are more likely to create those regular habits. So during the day, we've got those things that are helping us to get up and glow and protect. Vitamin C, 30-second Miracle eye cream. At night, definitely you want bakuchiol, Rewind, and night eye smooth if you want to use an eye cream. They are going to give you the best combination at night for basically repairing the skin, you know, and reversing those signs of aging that the skin's already had. You know, Rewind, for example, also has kakadu plum extract in there. It's got everything that you need in there. And that's why actually Rewind is our best-selling targeted treatment, because it covers so many things. So we've cleansed, we've prepared, we've added that hydration back into our skin, we've soothed the skin, we've targeted the skin for those things that we really want to make a difference to our skin. And now we need to replenish, because moisturizing is that final step to seal everything into the skin, to rehydrate, give that layer of protection on the skin. So we've got 2 daytime moisturizers for each skin type, and we have Night Haven as our night cream. Now, Night Haven, you know, think about this at night. We've got, you know, no makeup on our skin. We're not stressed. Our skin is repairing itself 24 hours a day. But at night, we're sleeping, we're relaxed. We haven't got stress. We haven't got other things going on. We're not getting as much environmental damage. So at night, you know, everything is working that much harder. So our Night Haven has extra ingredients in there. Remember, it's about the recipe, it's about the formulation. So Night Haven is still a better moisturizer to use at night. There would be no problem using your day cream at night if you wanted to. However, the Night Haven has better ingredients in there. They're just going to work that much better at night. They're going to give you that extra nourishment. And economically, if you are buying a day cream, using it morning and night, you will run out of it twice as fast. So from an economic point of view, you're paying a tiny bit more for Night Haven, but you know, if you've got 2 products, they're going to last you twice as long. So it's just from an, you know, economics point of view, it also makes sense to have the right product for the job.
Natalie, sorry.
Moisturizers.
Just quickly, Natalie. So, because the girls are all asking, so the order is, you use the bakuchiol before.
Right. Order.
Yeah.
So if you were doing your nighttime routine, I have got a slide on this in a minute. But if you were doing your nighttime routine, you'd cleanse, take your makeup off with Vanishing Balm. Then you would do your double cleanse. Then you would put your essence on to rehydrate the skin, get it ready for, you know, add a little bit more exfoliation in there. Then you would put your targeted treatments on. So you would use bakuchiol. Then you would use your Rewind and then bakuchiol. So yeah, definitely Rewind first. The serums that you use skincare in terms of texture. So your cleanser is going to be washed off. Your essence, very watery, very, very runny. So that goes next. Then your serums are like gel type textures. So serums then not quite as rich as a lotion or a moisturizer. So your serum would go next. Then bakuchiol is a light lotion. So the lotion would go after your serum. And then your moisturizer is your final step. So it's all about density of product. So you go from the most liquid to the richest to finish off with.
And how long do you wait in between applying each one?
I think the key thing here is you do not use a lot. Most people put too much product on the skin. So first and foremost, tiny couple of drops of essence, that's all you need. Literally a couple of drops, press it into the skin. Then your targeted serum, you would literally use 1 pump, maximum 2 pumps, maximum. I use 2 pumps if I'm taking it down my neck, which I do, and onto your décolletage area. So 1 to 2 pumps tops. Same with bakuchiol, because most people are putting too much on. You'll know if you put too much product on, because it will pill. It'll start to peel and ball on your skin. So literally, it takes me literally a minute or two. I use about 30 seconds. I've got quite dry skin though, so my skin just absorbs all of it super quick. But I think when you get into a routine of it, you pop your essence on, then by the time I've picked up my next product, I'm ready to use my serum. Then I might put my serum on. I might then, I don't know, brush my teeth. Then I'll use bakuchiol, and then literally within 30 seconds, my moisturizer can go straight on top. So, it's absolutely fine. It takes literally 2 minutes in total, but you've not got to use too much product. Now at night, even if you've got very dry skin, you could, after your night haven even, layer a tiny bit of Rejuvenate oil on the skin. Or you could mix a couple of drops of Rejuvenate oil in with your moisturizer to give it an extra boost of nourishment. But if you're using Rejuvenate oil on your skin, it goes on very, very last, either mixed in with your moisturizer, or sometimes what I do, because even night haven isn't enough nourishment for my skin, I just pop a few drops on my hands and again, just press it in on top of my moisturizer. Done. So very simple layers. Once you put Rejuvenate oil on your skin, nothing else is going to get through it. Everything would just sit on the top. So just think about those weights. Gel textures, which are your serums first, then lotions, then moisturizers. So always serum, bakuchiol, moisturizer.
And can you use the SPF as a moisturizer, or should you use moisturizer after the SPF? You should
moisturize and then use your SPF. Remember, SPF is the shield for your skin. That is the final layer that is going to go on your skin. So for the daytime, you would do serum, vitamin C, your Be Gentle or Be Balanced moisturizer, then Sun Veil. And Sun Veil is so light, so light. I've literally tried probably every SPF in existence. I've had skin cancer myself. And you know what? I've really looked after my skin. I actually don't like summer holidays. I don't go in the sun. I'm a ski person and winter person. But I got skin cancer literally unbeknowingly through driving, because my job, I drive around the country all the time, through my car window. Didn't think for years of using sunscreen. Who would? Especially in this country. So, that's why I'm obsessive about Sun Veil. During the year, you've got UVA, UVB rays. This protects for both. UVA are aging rays. UVB are burning rays. In the summer, we have more UVB rays, the burning rays. But in winter, we've still got lots and lots of UVA rays, those aging rays. So they cause a lot of damage on the skin. They come through your window. If you sat near a window working in the winter, they're coming through your car. So, I used to drive around the country spending 6 hours a day in my car. And all the time that damage was being done on my skin. So honestly, it's so important to use some protection. We don't put it into our moisturizer because one, it changes the recipe. You know how I'm talking about the formulations. A lot of formulations, when SPF is in there, it just changes the mix of things. You don't often get the results from that moisturizer that you do from having SPF separately. Plus, it also lulls people into a false sense of security sometimes. You know, they kind of think, oh, it's in my moisturiser, I'm fine. They don't layer it up during the day. Whereas when you've got an SPF, you know, actually, if it's really sunny outside, particularly in the summer, you're going out to do some sport, I'm just going to pop a bit more on top. People don't do that with moisturisers with SPF. So, you know, for me, it's really important that they're separate. Plus, a lot of people don't like sun protection. If it's in our moisturiser, they don't buy the moisturiser. They don't like it. So Sunveil is a physical sunscreen. You know, it's got a mineral, it's mineral based. It provides a physical barrier to the skin. We don't have nanoparticles because some formulations do. We literally use that zinc oxide formulation that's basically providing a shield so that the sun's rays can't penetrate the skin. So you've got these two routines. Important to have a good daytime routine. Remember, that's giving you your glow, that's protecting your skin. Your nighttime routine is really all about, you know, what I call sweet dreams and, you know, repair. So it's all about giving your skin all those things to reverse and repair at night. So we need a quick daytime routine. We need a really serious nighttime routine because that's when things are going to work that much harder. So during the day, you're going to cleanse, you're going to prepare, you're going to target with your C Radiance, possibly a 30-second miracle, and then you're going to replenish. Now, the other things that you could do, you know, you could use your eye cream during the day. You could use Berry Refined Scrub in the morning. There's nothing to say why not. However, you know, products that have got a lot of AHAs in are better used at night. And Berry Refined Scrub has a lot of AHAs in. So if you're going to use a scrub, it is better to use it at night. So hopefully that's giving you those two routines. It's super simple. You know, you've got to have confidence. You've got to know why we need good skincare. And you've got to know what the routines are. Because to me, you know, we need to make this as simple as possible for our customers to understand and as simple as possible for you so that you're giving people the products that they want really quickly. And the thing here is, you know, I always go with that routine and thinking, you know, what do people want? Most people, if you're just getting started, you want a 3-step daytime routine. So minimum, you need to cleanse, prepare, replenish. And then really we want to add those targeted treatments. So I would be looking at, you know, saying to people, do you want a 3-step routine? That's a basic routine. You know, that's essential. Do you want a kind of daily routine? So that might be a cleanse, prepare, a moisturizer. Then it will be 2 extra products, which would be a serum and it would be a night cream. Minimum. They're the basics. 3 products for the day, 5 products will do you a great routine morning and night. If that was me, I would be going cleanse, prepare, replenish with a moisturizer. Then I would be saying rewind serum and night cream as my very basic. Or you go, do you want more than that? Are you the kind of person that wants the whole thing? And that's where I would say, right, let's get you these routines going. You know, flagship number 1, your enrollment order might be your 3-step routine. Flagship number 2, a month later, whenever you're ready to afford it, might be the 2 extra products. Flagship number 3 might be bakuchiol and eye cream. You know, but you want to give your customers that thing to expect to want a full routine. Why wouldn't you? You know, who wouldn't want a full routine? Who wants all these products now? Because even I think I want everything again. I want to be using it all tonight. When you start talking about it, you can't help but want everything, can you? Customers are exactly the same. So don't be afraid to show them everything. I would say to people, this is why you need a daytime and a nighttime routine. This is what it's going to do for you. It is really simple. And look, we haven't talked about anything techie really, have we? So you can show people this, you can duplicate this really easily. You know, this routine is everything really. And I'm more than happy for you to send you this deck so that you can send, you know, the PDF of it so you can all have it to download and everything. So, you know, I would send this little day and night routine. I'd create a shareable of my own and send it to my customers. You know, this is what I'd be sharing on social media so that people know what the routine is. And that pretty much tells it in the order as well. So super simple. Should add Rejuvenate onto the end, really, of replenish those, shouldn't we, at night? That's the next thing I will do. I'll do that before I send you this deck.
Thank you, Natty. I've got some questions here quickly from the girls, because I know we've just gone past 9.
Impossible.
Yeah, so one of the questions is, the girls are fantastic at selling hair care products, right? So with their customers or potentially new customers, how do you transition from speaking about hair to skin?
I would sort of say, right, okay, Mrs. VIP customer, you are clearly, really sassy, you know what's what, and you have your healthy aging hair routine. What are you doing for your face? What products do you use for your face? I would just I personally would be very direct. I would pick the things that I know, why do they love their hair care? Is it that they've had a problem hair? Just say, just out of interest, what are you using for your skin? You've got to kind of find the reason why your customers love their hair care. Is it because they want to look their best? Is it because they're concerned, the hair is thinning because they're aging? Is it because, their hair is, they use our products because they've damaged their hair? Because if they're doing things like that, they'll be doing the same to their skin, by and large. So you've got to find the thing that they've loved about to really kickstart their hair and use the same approach for the skin, and that's the way I'd go in, because they will be buying skincare from somewhere. Trust me.
Exactly. Okay, next question. Is it common to have breakouts when you are changing your skincare routine?
I think, that's pretty much the same as hair care. It is, but if that breakout is prolonged, if it is uncomfortable for a customer, I would be quite direct and say, you know what, have you given it enough time? Have you given it a couple of weeks? How bad is it? How is it making you feel? Because if they're getting breakouts and they're not going away, we often get it a couple of days, 2 or 3 days breakouts. If they're lasting longer than that, I would think, you know what, maybe this product isn't right for you. Either try them on a different regime, or it just doesn't suit them. When I have people, it's like shedding hair when you transition. A little bit of shedding, depending on what you've been using before, could be normal. But if it's prolonged, I just think, you know what, maybe this isn't for you. So I think you've got to just think, how long is it for? Or, is this have you given them the right product? It would be unusual. Some people, if, for example, they are actually quite a normal combination and they've gone for sensitive because they think, oh, I'm sensitive, when really they're not. Really, they're normal. The product might be too rich for them, might be slightly too rich. Then they might get breakouts.
Would you say the vitamin C is quite rich? Because I myself have, right at the beginning, I did feel like it affected me, but then afterwards I was fine with it when I stuck at it.
Yeah, not particularly, not especially. No, I wouldn't say that, but it's got, I think that one's got squalane in there, which is quite moisturizing. It's quite hydrating. And sometimes it can be the tiniest little thing. So I would say to people, give it a little bit longer. This often happens, but if it was prolonged and it was making that customer feel uncomfortable, I would say perhaps it's not right for you. I wouldn't want any customer feeling uncomfortable for too long, because then they're feeling like, you don't care about them. And that's not nice. People don't like to feel pegged into a corner. And what happens is they'll be nice to your face, but then they won't reorder. And they might not reorder anything else.
That's true.
So, always think about your customer and say how much, first and foremost, please just give it enough time. But when you start to feel, if it's not getting any better, please let me know. But I think, anything more than a week, most people should really be getting used to something.
And I mean, regardless of Monet, vitamin C as a whole, would you say it's fundamental for any skin?
Yeah, I think, there's things like, vitamin C, niacinamide, all these things like peptides. Skin needs those things if it's going to, really help with the aging process. Vitamin C is, if you look at any quality company, they will talk about vitamin C in their ingredients. They will talk about ceramides. They will talk about peptides. They will talk about hyaluronic acid. They all will. Any good company will have those ingredients and be talking about them.
And would you say that our skin range is for minimum 18 years of age, or can you go slightly younger?
No, I would definitely say 18. I mean, some people, we only test on adults first and foremost. So as a company, we cannot say these are suitable for teenagers, because we don't test on teenagers. We test on adult skin. So from our point of view, we would never say younger. Anecdotally, let's be real, in people's houses, if you've got your routine, then you've got a teenage daughter and she uses it, she might love it. My niece loves our skincare. She's 14. She loves Be Balanced. That's reality, because she's come to my house and used it and she loves it. But for us as a company, we can't recommend it for that age group because we haven't tested it on that age group.
But the skincare is unisex, right?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We sell a lot of 30-second miracle to guys. Guys love eye products. Love them. My family, my son and partner both use our products. Absolutely love them.
Next question is collagen. So can you have too much collagen? And I know that we have, obviously, in the wellness pack, which hasn't launched here just yet, a type of collagen you can drink. But what's the best way to absorb it? Through tablets, through powder?
I think it's a mixture of both, and everybody's quite different on that. I think long term, there's probably not been enough studies in total for a lot of modern things. It's only recent that people have been taking collagen in terms of a supplement. So I think there's still a lot of testing to be done on that. But most things that you are putting into your body, most things that you are putting on top of your skin, if once the body's had enough, it just eliminates it. And that's where there'd be no point having a 25% vitamin C, because most of it won't even be used. It's like if you take a lot of vitamins inside, the body will just flush those excess vitamins out. Bodies are incredibly complex and amazing machines, if you like. So for a lot of, most of the things that we're talking about in our formulations, you couldn't have too much. You just couldn't, they're not those kinds of formulations, and I don't really know any skincare companies that have those formulations in truth. Most things, what could happen with formulations is people get sensitized. They start to become sensitive to products that are too harsh for them topically. And that's what happens with retinol, particularly. That's why people don't like retinol. That's where those too many scrubs, too harsh an AHA, harsh, things that are very used at high strength can sensitize the skin. It can weaken the acid mantle, the protective barrier that our skin's got. But our formulations aren't, they're not formulated at that ridiculous strength. They're formulated to suit most skin types. So I can't see that happening. You can never say never. People are unique. People have, all kinds of reactions to all kinds of things all the time.
Yeah, it's true.
But it would be highly unusual.
Okay.
Highly unusual.
So those are all the questions that I managed to pick out from the chat. If anyone has any other questions, then unmute yourselves, or otherwise that would be a wrap.
Now, when you get
I do have. Oh, sorry.
Then you're going into formulations. Our formulations are still cosmetic, remember. Sorry, who was asking a question?
I do have a question. I have had a conversation yesterday with my best friend, and she was talking to me about her mom's skincare, and she showed me on FaceTime her day cream, which is the brand Sisley, if you go. So this cream, she buy it religiously, Sisley, for many years now. And this cream costs nothing much than £190. 190 euros, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is in pound, but I guess it's similar. So how do you manage to start with someone like that about Monet, saying like Monet it's cheaper, obviously, and it may even be better than Sisley?
Yeah. Personally, I never compare brands. I rarely compare brands. If somebody's loyal to a product, that's, it's just, that's what they're loyal to. The only thing I would do, if anything, would say, are you happy with your products? Are you happy with what you're paying for? Are you happy with the results that you're getting from it?
They are a wealthy family. They have money. Money is not a problem for her.
Okay.
So
I would say, are you happy with the results that you're getting from it? Is there anything, is it delivering exactly what you want for your skin? Because people get into just, routines. They get into lulls. They never think, I used rubbish shampoo for years thinking that's how hair is. I didn't really think about what a difference another product could make. And I think even if you're buying an expensive brand, it's all relative, isn't it? That where you say money isn't important, that's, that is true on that, because if you've got lots of money, it's not about the money, is it? So I would go back to someone like that and say, are you happy with the results that you're getting? What do you want from your moisturizer? How is your skin feeling? Is there something that you think you could improve with your skin?
If I've got, most people that come to me to talk about the skincare have got sort of problem skin. So would you really recommend it? Because you've been saying about it being targeting anti-aging, really.
But what's problem skin?
Well, yeah. They've mentioned to me more about sort of like acne spots,
right?
In that sense.
And do they know what?
So I've been sort of saying about be balanced.
Do they know what's? I mean, and you could absolutely, and for lots of people, that's where I would say, it's worth a try. It's not designed for acne skin, but yeah, it's worth a try, because actually people get all kinds of different results because skin and people are so unique. We see things all the time with people going, oh my God, this has totally cleared my skin up. And it's like, well, it's not designed for that. But if that works for you, fantastic. It's always worth a try. There are only certain occasions where if somebody had very severe acne, I would say, no, I think, you need to go to a specialist. If somebody had very severe rosacea, for example, I would say, you know what, you could happily try our Be Gentle routine. However, I wouldn't recommend that they use a scrub, because and the same for acne, if you've got, a lot of pustules, or you've got, very damaged skin, it's, you don't want to be using products that are going to aggravate it. So there's certain things that I would say,
really, we need to look at severity.
Yeah, completely. And
okay. That's cool.
People go, oh, you've got acne, this is good for acne. We can't say that.